this one's chock full of great musical ideas. First of all, it starts in the second position, which is a really useful position to be in when you're playing in C major. So we're going to start with our first finger where our second finger normally goes on the A string. And we're setting our second finger down on the D string, getting that fourth sound. Our first phrase goes... all in second position. And if we add the next part, we have our first lick in there, which is a really great hint at the blues scale. Going to an E flat there, from an E originally. So we get a little bit of both sounds in there. That second position idea, you can move down to B, and you can play it in B, or B flat. It's a really great musical idea to move around. You could do it in E, or an F, so whenever you have a great lick like this, it's great to see if you can move it around to different positions that work. So I would say it works really good for C and B flat, E flat, and if you needed to play it in D, you'd have to use some different fingers. Might be good to work those out. It's a little bit more of a challenge. You have to have a real strong ear for that, but if you move these licks around to different keys, it's great for your fingers. Okay, so next musical idea. I love this one. It's the... so this is a really challenging one to do on both the bow and the fingers, but what's going on here is, again, second position. So I have an E note and a G note, and I'm just going down a half step with both fingers. And then we're resolving that to a C and an E. And then we're going to do sort of the same thing on the D and the A string. So same fingers, but we're doing an A and a C note now. So, and then we're going to go C and E, A and C, back to C and E, and back to the original two notes. That's tough on the bowing. I have to think about how I do that quickly. I think I get that all in one bow there. So you can copy my bowing if you like for that idea. That's great in the key of F as well. It's a great musical idea. You can hint at it in B flat with that just idea there. So that's a great one to learn in F as well, and just a real cool musical idea to use in your backup, your bluegrass backup too. All right, so on to the next phrase here. We have over the F chord, we're playing an E flat and a G. Now that's the 7th and the 9th, which is a great thing to study. I actually have a separate resource that practices getting the 7th and the 9th over all the different chords. But in this particular moment, we're doing it over the F chord, and we're kind of really attacking those notes. That's the E flat and the G. And we're going all the way down to the C note. Down to A and G over here. So that's a really great lick, again, to move around the fingerboard, and especially to think about using the 7th and the 9th. It's a great sound, especially over the 4 chord, and that's exactly what's happening here. F is the 4 chord of C. And then we kind of keep hinting at that when we come back to the 4 chord for the next phrase. So we're playing it twice. Actually, he does one quick A and C as a pickup. And then instead of playing E flat, D, C, sometimes he's sliding down with the 4th finger. just a little bit more bluesier. So that's going to happen in the next phrase as well. We just did. Now we're gonna really use those slides into the from the blues scale. We're sliding into the E flat. This is the C blues scale. So we're gonna slide into the E flat and actually slide into it and back a little bit. That's a great sound to emulate. Originally it was hard for my ear to hear that, but that's a really common slide into the flat third there. And then we're actually going to take that same idea, sliding into the flat 7 of the C, the B flat note. So we're actually in between an A and a B flat here. And the same idea, just kind of microtonal. That one resolves to the G, and then we're climbing down. So that's a great musical phrase to take. It's really important to figure out the timing of that. So we have, landing on the C, landing on the G. And then this last musical idea is a really great one too. We start on the flat 7, the B flat. That's an uncommon note to start a lick on, but this is a really great lick to steal. So much gold in that one. Worthy of transposing. Again, really great one for G. No, you could do the exact same fingers. And it's worth transposing to other keys as well. It's a little bit more of a finger twister. It feels really good in this key, but a great one to transpose if you are so inclined. So again, just breaking that down, we're starting on the 7th, the B flat, and then climbing up to C, and sliding into the E flat note, or sorry, into the E note. So we have the B flat going to the G here, and a little bit of a slide into the B flat note. It's not quite. A little bit of that. And this is a great moment here too, also hinting at sort of the blues scale. But we're sliding almost into that E note. And then the second one's even cooler. We slide almost into that E note, same idea, but we're actually going to get the A note in there as well. Just touching on it a little bit. And that's actually hinting at the C6, which is sort of borrowed from swing music, that sound. That's the E and the A there together is hinting at that sound. So that's something to note, that's coming from the C6 arpeggio, which is worth knowing as well across your instrument. Sorry. Very close to the pentatonic scale. Pentatonic scale just has that D note in there as well. So that's pretty much all there is in this one. A really great break to know, a good one to transpose, to learn in different keys, and to just move over and steal some of these ideas, throw them in your little spots in between when you're backing up a singer, and you'll be sounding like Bobby Hicks right away. All right, thanks.